Good morning. So today is Wednesday, November 18th. It's been a little while since I've been this excited. So I want to share with you what I watched this morning when I first got up and why I am so excited about it. I would assume if any of you have studied any of the GESARA NESARA stuff, you have hopefully looked at the list of all of the things that are supposed to be rolled out as part of that plan. And if you have been following my channel or any of the other channels that I refer you to, you know that a lot of that stuff has been hidden by the deep state for a very specific reason, because they wanted to keep the goodies to themselves. So med beds, the first time I heard about med beds was probably back in April when I first opened Pandora's box. Because obviously I had never heard of GESARA or NESARA. And I remember the first time I got my hands on one of those lists and saw the different things, and it talked about med beds. So I have looked into that a little bit. Anytime anything like that comes up online, I look at it because there's something very fascinating about that. Charlie Ward, he reposted someone else's video, and he doesn't take credit for it. He says that it's somebody else's video, but he said when he started talking about the GESARA NESARA stuff, everybody started asking about the med beds, and so they dug a little bit deeper. And I've seen a couple of different things, and a lot of it seems to match up, but the one that he did this morning has 3 different med beds that they discuss and the different things that they can do. So I promise I will post a link to that on this video. I don't normally post links to that, but this is one I want you guys to see. And I want you all to also to think about this. For those of you who could be non-believers of this, but perhaps you're a believer of manifestation. You know, of course, as I'm getting ready this morning, this is all kind of like flooding in. Manifestation comes, or is that you get what you think about. You bring about what you think about. So that's why it's really important to get more people thinking about these med beds and imagining the healing and everything, because that's going to bring them in. It sounds like they're already here and they're getting ready to be rolled out. They've just, again, been hidden underground by deep state. So the gal that did this video was like a channeled message from somewhere. But I got to thinking about, I think about a lot of things that I would like to see come into fruition. One is I had radioactive iodine on my thyroid back in 2000. And so after that happened, I have to take thyroid drugs for the rest of my life, which just pisses me off now as I have gotten more red pilled and know that, kind of deep state's plan of let's just make everybody sick. So then they got to be on pharmaceuticals for the rest of their life, and everybody will be sick, dumb, and broke forever. And that way we can keep their control and just keep their money rolling in and everything. As you smarten up to what the real plan is, then it kind of starts making you mad when you realize that you have fallen into that. So I got to thinking about that. I was like, God, if they have these med beds, because on this video, this gal goes into 3 different ones. She also brings up the fact that they have a bunch of them ready to roll out to any place in the world that needs them. They're going to take over our medical industry, and that they were used to help heal the children that they brought out from underground. Because we all know that those children had a lot of trauma, and they have some sort of thing where they can wipe the mind, which will be good for post-traumatic stress syndrome. That would be good for veterans. Anybody who was raped in their life, that would be good for. Anybody who has got post-traumatic stress syndrome, that might solve a lot of their issues if they can wipe that thing out of their mind that has been so traumatic for them. Being able to regenerate organs, that would be, like anybody who's had a kidney removed because they had cancer or liver cancer or whatever. I mean, you name it. Diabetes, where they've had to have a leg removed because they're diabetic. The issue started eating into their feet or their legs or whatever. So there's so many things about that is possible. So I guess the point I want to make is the deep state has been putting their plan into place for years by having all of this shit in movies, the dystopian, society where everybody walks around like zombies and all of this and that. They've been trying to make that happen. That's what they have been trying to manifest. But they've also had to let us know what they were doing behind the scenes. And so a lot of these movies that we have watched do talk about med beds and stuff. So I just want you guys to watch that video and think about what you would do for yourself, for your friends, for your family. What kind of a life would we all have if these med beds were available and everybody could go to them and have their stuff healed? What a change in the world we would have. So again, and part of it is anti-aging stuff. I mean, the older I get, the more excited I get to think about changing some of my DNA that has aged. Maybe not the hair, but there's just stuff that as you get older starts, like your skin starts looking funny and, things just don't work the way they used to. So let's just make sure that we manifest that into place and not what deep state is trying to manifest into place. Because we do have a choice point here. We can, again, I have studied manifestation. I think I learned about law of attraction and manifesting in 2004 and put into practice some different things to manifest things into my life. And it does work. I mean, I can tell you, I don't know if I've ever gone into detail about it or not. Maybe on some of my lives I did, but I was able to manifest because I was trying to focus on money at that time. I was losing my house and very, very in debt. So I was trying to manifest money to not lose my home. And I was able to do that. I ended up selling $1 million house for cash and made $25,000 off of that one closing. And that was by doing that manifesting practice of bringing that into place. So I am a firm believer in manifesting. I do know how it works. I know it works because I've watched it happen in my own life. So I want to make sure these med beds get out there and we manifest those more. I mean, if there's 3 in the world, let's manifest 3 million of them for everybody to get their hands on. Anyway, so like I said, this is the first time I've been like really super excited, especially because it did come from Charlie Ward, because I know he researches the shit out of everything. And I don't feel like he would put anything out there that he didn't feel like was somewhat believable. And like I said, it's a video that he found someplace else that he has shared. So I'll put the link below, and I hope everybody has a great day. And I would love to hear in the comments, I don't normally ask for responses, but I would love to hear in the comments what you would do if you saw this med bed and you were able to go in and have it done, or friends and family. What would you have done with these med beds? Anything specific? That's it. I'm going to go eat breakfast. I'll talk to you later.